Hi, my name is Linda. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make our dinner, which is a very quick dinner I make usually. It's a pot roast in a pressure cooker. Not far ago I acquired this Cuisinart pressure cooker, and knowing that I'm one of those kids that grew up with a pressure cooker, the traditional one, and I end up with so much stress and hearing that noise, and most likely that when my mom would say, watch out, don't get in the kitchen, it might blow up. I guess I developed some kind of anxiety towards the pressure cooker. But since now I have the electrical one, I don't think I have any issues, and it's pretty safe, and definitely I have emphasis on safety. And so far I've been using it straight for a month, I think, and no issues whatsoever. And I love that the menu here is very easy to comprehend. It's like your menu, like low pressure, high pressure, browning, saute, etc. And you can set the time. You don't have to babysit it. Basically, I can go and sit and read something, or just Pinterest or surf on the internet, and it beeps, and then I know it can either stay on keep warm, or I can go ahead and enjoy the meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. This was parts of a roast I cut in half. I get them for like 3 pounds, buy one get one free at Kroger, and that means I cut them in half then, so this will be 1.5 pounds, and it's a pretty good deal because really it comes to $1.50 a pound, I believe, which is not bad at all. So make sure you buy it when it's on sale. So I'll go ahead. I already washed my pressure cooker, and as you see, it's just a pot that's I don't know what you call that, something that non-stick. I don't know if it's Teflon based or not, but it's definitely easy to wash, and it got the graduations for how many cups, so you can fill it up with how much water you want. So, and it's an electrical pot. It's quite easy. Sorry, it's kind of dirty on the edges. I have yet to wipe it the proper way. So you get that, and of course you get the two parts. I mean, you get the lid. It's got a little knob for pressure. I don't know what you call it, like a valve type of deal that you can put back on. And this is some safety valve. When you see it up, usually you don't open your pressure cooker until it gets down, but usually the timer will let you on. And this thing, and of course inside the pot there's this, you clean up the it's not a rubber seal like the old ones, it's more of a silicone seal, so I'm hoping it's durable. And of course the lid. So I just cleaned it up, and olive oil. I like to cook with olive oil, so maybe 2 tablespoons worth of olive oil. My favorite olive oil. This one I get at Kroger, or if you get Sam's Club, they have a huge jug for like $19. But this is easier for me to handle in the kitchen. I'd rather pour in a little bottle than have the whole thing and pour it over. A couple cloves of garlic, which you have to find the garlic crusher. I think that's what it would be called. Some kind of device to crush the garlic. Usually garlic is pretty cheap, like 50 cents a head, I think. At least that's what I see it for at my regular store. So I add 2-3 cloves of garlic to the oil. It's okay. It's strong, but not too much. Ow! Sometimes those cloves overpower me a bit. Too big. Ow! Gee, that was a lot of effort for nothing. So that I'm gonna stink garlic everywhere. Oh my goodness. Gonna need a shower after this, right? Nah, not really. Just the ward off vampires at least. Ah, gee. Ow! Anyhow, it's not supposed to be this hard. It's just me. So hopefully you get upper body strength to do this. Otherwise, you can just put them in there, slice them up with a knife, and just grossly chop. Anyhow, you get the gist of it. Put that back in the fridge. I had to wash my hands. It's so bad. Definitely keep a good hygiene because that's the key to not dying from your uncooked. So now we will add, at least the way I do it, I need an onion chop up, or you can use frozen onion, but pretty cheap though. I'm going to add just onions, but frozen onions, but I have just the 3 pepper and onion blend. Who cares? More vegetables, right? Add just for a little bit. Let's say like a cup or cup and a half. I need now it's seasoning, basically salt and pepper, and thyme, salt. Probably that was too much, I think. Thyme. I don't have fresh one. If you do, it's fine. Or really, it's what is it today? Like 9 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. So I don't think I'm gonna go look for it. And bay leaves, if you do have them. Just like to rinse mine before putting the pot. So go ahead and rinse one off. Just a little one. And I'm adding. Oh, and of course we have to plug our pot now that it's a electrical one, because now we want to saute the onion and garlic, but we also want to brown the meat, so my choice would be to go directly to browning and start. See, it's pretty easy. So I'm just tossing the meat there, and it's frozen, so it's going to take a little bit longer than fresh right off the butcher shop. There it is. So we wait for it to start warming up. It's pretty quick usually. As you see, or may not be able to tell, but smoke is coming a little bit, so it's warming up. Okay, what you hear right now is the beeping of the bread machine. You're gonna have to brown the meat on all the sides. I mean, there's two sides, two main sides, but we want to brown it very well on both sides. That way it can sear the juices in. Getting ready. Getting ready for dinner. What, 7 o'clock? Pretty good. I think we're done on both sides. Alright. Now, all I have to add is, we have 1.5 pounds, so I might add a cup of liquid, because when you need to build pressure, you've added it in here. Let's see if I have the cup. I'm going to cancel, but I'll just splash it over here. So that was a total 1 cup of water, and I'm gonna lock it up. That's it. And that's it. All you do is just twist it. There's this arrow that will match. So it just goes like this, very easy. You get this to line up. There's a little button that you need to line up there. I'll tell you that's the pressure. Everything is in there. So now I'm just gonna add the timer and put it on high pressure. So I'm gonna go with high pressure and 55 minutes. That's it. And it starts. And we'll come back later when it beeps. Okay, so now the pot is on keep warm. That means it's beeped and it's finished, and we let it, let's see if it got any more pressure in it. I think there's no more pressure. All pressure is released. So we just open it. Let's see, I have a piece of meat. The meat is really well cooked, if you like it that way. I hope I didn't burn it. Yeah, it seems a little burnt on the outside, but I like it, I don't mind. Shrunk a bit. So now we're going to add some vegetables. I might even take the meat out, we'll see, I don't know. And we'll be right back. So I cut up a couple potatoes, medium-sized Idaho potatoes, and I'll be adding a raw onion, a large medium-sized onion, and a few sliced carrots. The carrots I have are just frozen, so I already pre-cut them and sliced them a couple weeks ago when I bought a whole bunch of them, so they don't go bad. And I'll be adding that to the pot, to the meat, with the meat, which you could see a little bit over there, and it's still sitting there, so I took it out, so looked at if there's any burns or anything at the bottom. Maybe it was actually a bit much, the 55, but it was just caramelized because of the salt, so it wasn't bad. So maybe because I usually cook the 3 pounds, so I just thought I'd cook just a pound and a half. So after that, I would add half, maybe more like a cup of what I do usually, a teaspoon of bouillon, like the Nor bouillon, or whatever you call it. I think I buy it in the Mexican aisle. I like the powdered version, so I take maybe teaspoon and a cup of hot water and dilute that in, since I don't have stock or anything. Just put that in. We'll put the meat still at the bottom and covered it with the potatoes and the carrots, onion, maybe add a couple cloves of garlic and a couple mushrooms. I have some raw mushrooms there. Just keep them whole and hit it again for another 15 to 20 minutes, and that should be it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots. As you see, carrots, last time I just got a whole bunch of them, and I guess I get them on February 5th, and we're February 27th. Just like a cup worth. Do that with the meat. Oops. Alright, we like carrots right here. Add some more oil. Just a little bit, not too much, but it's not bad for you. It's just extra virgin olive oil. It's pretty good. It's full of omega-3. And I'll add the potato. You know, it's vice versa. You want to put the meat. I feel like the meat is already cooked. So just add whatever you want there. Normally I would put the meat in the bottom. We'll add the bouillon, and I have to peel the onion and the mushroom, so I'll be right back. So here we are, cutting up the onions, just like big chunks of onions. Of course, I forgot it hurts my eyes. I don't want to cry on camera, although you don't see me. So there's the onion, and then just chop each garlic clove in 3, whatever. It doesn't matter how you chop, it's gonna melt down then. Ooh, there it is. And then we already added the bouillon, the 1 teaspoon of bouillon in 1 cup of hot water, so we don't bring up the temperature down. And then we're gonna add the meat now. I mean, I should have added the meat at the bottom, but it's already quite cooked basically. And we can adjust the taste and add some more pepper or thyme or oregano. I mean, I don't use oregano much, so. And then we'll lock it up, and we go again for another 15 minutes, and it should be all set. I'll come back when it's ready. Alright, now now that the whole pressure thing is released, I'm going to open and look at it. Directly serve it from here. It's easy to plate. Potatoes, carrots, and of course the meat is falling off right there, perfectly cooked. Onions, and that's it. Here you have it. Easy to make pot roast. Of course, you can accompany it with a slice of freshly homemade bread if you have a bread machine.